We've now entered Yukon. We've got a lot more to see and do before this trip is over. The signpost forest is a great excuse to stop. Ooh.
It's a beautiful ride on the river.
We've done almost 16,000 kilometers so far. Ooh, look at this view. Where we are right now is called the Midnight Dome.
Midnight Dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a high plateau that overlooks all of Dawson City.
Dawson actually is a quite legendary little town.
It is.
But that will be our starting point for the Dempster Highway. That is the only highway in the entire North America where you can drive all the way up to Arctic Ocean.
We've done almost 16,000 kilometers so far. And for me to be standing up here on the Midnight Dome, looking down at Dawson City behind me is just surreal. We're about to start the most challenging and adventurous ride of our trip so far, here in the Yukon. We'll leave the comfort of Dawson City behind and ride the world-renowned Dempster Highway, Canada's northernmost road, which takes us right into the Arctic Circle. After a couple days of rugged riding, we'll reach the end of the road at Inuvik. And from there, we'll take off on a flight to the remote Inuit town of Tuktoyakuk on the Arctic Ocean. When I first started planning out this journey across Canada, it was the Dempster Highway that was really the key motorcycle journey that I wanted to try to accomplish. And today, it's becoming a reality. We're here at mile zero or kilometer zero of the Dempster Highway. And it's the only road in Canada that goes past the Arctic Circle.
I think this is one of the dream roads for a lot of motorcycle riders and all those explorers.
We're down here, and the goal over the next 2 days is to get all the way up to Inuvik. Basically 741 kilometers. No point in delaying anymore. Let's get started.
丹普斯特公路名不虚传，实至名归，真的是一条美得让人窒息的公路。路总是为了连接这里和那里而存在，如果恰好还能风景旖旎，那就是额外的加分了。然而丹普斯特公路却不按照常规的套路，它的存在几乎是完全为了展现自然而美而存在的。至于连接哪里和哪里，已经变得不再重要了。骑行期间，感受到未经雕饰的自然原始。
It's always like that. The really beautiful landscape is always somewhere remote.
It's an absolute travel tip. If you're riding my motorcycle and you're about to head off into an off-road experience or a gravel road, you gotta loosen the tire pressure, and what that'll do is that'll allow more tire to touch the road and give us more traction and more control. All right, you ready for the Dempster?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Go.
Tombstone Park is only 60 or 70 kilometers from Dawson City. And already, it's all just beautiful. All right, Louis, ready for some lunch? I wish my head could go like 360 degrees so I could just wah, 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 and I wouldn't miss any of the beautiful views.
It is.
There's no provisions anywhere along the road. There's no gas stations, there's no towns, there's nothing. You gotta have your food and your water and your gas with you. more adventures from the Dempster Highway after lunch.
上次进入到北极圈是从 Yellowknife 乘飞机到 Tuktoyakuk， 没有骑摩托车不算数。这次要感谢丹普斯特公路，要感谢摩托车。今天我们骑摩托车进入到北极圈。
The Arctic Circle.
Yes.
I'm at a loss for words. It's just surreal.
It's really exciting. Although the weather is a little bit chilly, it's raining, but there's a fire in the heart.
Things are going to be a little bit challenging this afternoon, but as long as we can get over our 2 ferries, we'll be able to make our way up to Inuvik.
昨天，丹普斯特公路向我们展示了令人窒息的美。然而今天，丹普斯特公路却向我们展示了它威严、冷酷、严肃的一面。
Louis. We've had our first slip. Lewis came off the bike in some thick mud.
We have some mud all over here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you look like a real adventure motorcycle
Wow,
rider.
it's quite sleepy over there, and it's just out of control.
Luckily, Louis is okay. That's obviously the most important thing. And we're going to try to fix the bike and get back on the road.
如果一切都顺利，都是阳光明媚，都是轻松如意，会不会还会觉得有些轻视了丹普斯特的威严？
We made it to Inuvik. Perched on the Mackenzie River Delta, the town of Inuvik is a surprisingly vibrant place, with the magnificent igloo church as its centerpiece. It's a great place to rest and resupply before heading out for an adventure into the Arctic wilderness. But we're only stopping briefly before we head further north to Tuktoyakuk. All right, boss.
现在这个飞机又已经创下了我坐的所有飞机里最小的记录，好小。哦
It's only when you're up in the air that you can really appreciate the unique landscape of the Arctic. The Mackenzie River Delta is Canada's largest, a freshwater wildlife haven that bursts into life during summer. As we approach Tuktoyakuk, otherworldly ice hills called pingos start to appear. They're formed over decades by the slow thrust of permafrost beneath the earth. Truly spectacular.
Okay, thank you. That was great. Oh, hi.
Hello there, I'm John.
John?
I'm your guide today.
Ryan, this is Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis, welcome to Tuk.
Nice to meet you. John's got this really cool little minibus, and he's going to take us all around Tuktoyakuk so we can understand how people live here and see a bit of the city. Nice.
So this here is our community greenhouse. People have different plots and they grow vegetables.
So what are people growing, like over here, for example, John? That's broccoli?
That's broccoli, yeah.
Oh man.
So, you know, people grow potatoes, carrots.
The Arctic, if you have a greenhouse like this, is quite great because you've got 24-hour daylight in the summertime, which means for the 3 or 4 months a year where it's not too cold, you can grow quite a lot of vegetables.
Well, welcome to the sod house, guys.
Thanks. Oh, it's warm in here.
Purpose of the sod house was for 3 or 4 families to live together. So in the daytime, they'd have probably a hole here, and there'd be a fire here, and all the smoke would go out, and that'd heat the building in the daytime. At night, they'd plug that, and they'd use their oil lamps to keep it, to maintain the heat in the structure.
A lot of this wood is actually driftwood that would come up the Mackenzie River. And they would use that to not only build their homes, but keep themselves warm and store it through the winter months.
We mentioned earlier we were gonna go swimming no matter what. And here,
This is the perfect day for that.
this is the perfect day. So, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
既然约好了，就是今天，就是这儿，办了。
Pretty unbelievable feeling in the Arctic, baby. Like knives in the back.
Actually, now you feel nothing. 就是现在你并不觉得额外的冷。
I'm shivering out of control right now, but I gotta get my clothes on and I'll warm up. Epic Arctic swim, yes.
So John, what is the best kind of clothing you would want to wear after going for a swim in the Arctic Ocean?
This here is a homemade parka. It's got a Wolverine trim. And this one here, you can see it's got the claws that come from the back legs from the Wolverine.
I want the Wolverine claws around my neck.
And also this white color when it snow quite a lot
Oh yeah,
outside,
it'll be camouflage, yeah.
and then the animals won't notice
That's right.
because it's all white.
John, you saved us. You brought us into a warm home. You fed us some coffee. Cheers. Thank you, sir.
Today in front of us, we have some whale muktuk. It's beluga whale. Lou, go ahead, try a piece of muktuk or fish or meat.
鲸鱼肉就是他们把鲸鱼外边的那个脂肪去掉以后，然后做成的这个肉块。我实在是不知道这个尝起来会是什么样的。
So what did it taste like? Nothing, huh? You can't explain it.
I agree with you.
There's no comparison.
No comparison. It's totally something
Yeah.
something else.
It's got its own texture. I guess there's a little bit of a hanging aftertaste that is mildly fishy, but it doesn't hit you right away. It takes quite a few chews for that to come out. I think the most important thing is that after you've gone swimming in the Arctic Ocean, this is the perfect snack,
Oh yeah, for sure. Guaranteed.
along with the perfect company.
Right on.
Thank you, sir. That was great.
Thank you, Lou.
This is goodbye to the North for us. Its natural beauty and warmth of the people here make it a bittersweet farewell. All good things must come to an end, and we press on towards the last leg of our adventure, British Columbia.